Welcome back. Mexican authorities have finally made progress in an ongoing kidnapping investigation. On September 26, police attacked a group of male Mexican students on their way to protest school hiring practices. During the attack, 3 students were killed and 43 others disappeared. Protest marches have broken out across the continent, blaming the local government for the disappearances. Slight progress was made in the case on Tuesday when fugitive Mayor Jose Luis Abarca was detained in Mexico City. Mexican officials have accused Abarca of ordering police to confront the students the day of their disappearance. The search for the missing students still continues as authorities attempt to uncover more information.
Brittany Maynard, the 29-year-old with terminal cancer that became the face of a controversial movement, took her own life on Saturday, November 1st. Maynard moved to Oregon to be able to take her own life with dignity by taking a fatal dose of barbiturates, and as for her now widowed husband, Maynard quoted, "I hope he moves on and becomes a father. There is no part of me that wants him to live out the rest of his life just missing his wife."
The Denver Rescue Mission is looking to collect 15,000 turkeys to serve at their Thanksgiving banquet for the community in need. Donations of frozen turkeys weighing 12 pounds or more are requested, along with additional turkey dinner foods. The donations can be dropped off at the Lawrence Street shelter from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day until Thanksgiving. Visit their website at denverrescuemission.org/turkey for more details.
If you're into the hit TV show Whose Line Is It Anyway?, this group is sure to have you on the floor laughing with their weekly hit show, Show Ya Teeth Tuesday.
We present an awesome turkey.
A great comedian once said that comedy can be a cathartic way to deal with personal trauma. Members of the Black Actors Guild take that to the next level at their local comedy show, Show Ya Teeth Tuesday.
I would best describe Show Your Teeth Tuesday as an unforgettable experience that allows you to embrace the energy we bring, allows us to feed off the energy you bring, and just an overall good time.
The show takes place every Tuesday at the Atlas Theater on 1400 William Street. For only $5, you'll receive Denver's best comedy improv and music entertainment, along with new games and prizes every week.
We always have different musical guests every week, whether it's Kayla Marquis, who's a really talented singer-songwriter here in Denver, or Sir Els, who's a really talented musical producer. Either way, it's always something great that we have going on for sure.
The group started in 2010 and has since grown into what it is today. It goes without saying that these young artists come together with a love for comedy to pour a little light into what can be a dark world.
I've actually been coming every week for the past, I want to say like 3 months maybe, so it's my therapy. I love coming. It's well worth the just $5 every week. So
I had started coming to the church here. It used to be First Divine Science Church. We're now the Althea Center for Engaged Spirituality. And there are 2 reasons I kept coming back: the music at our Sunday morning services and the improv on Tuesday night. And Wednesday, whatever. These guys are so talented, it's amazing.
So saddle up for a comical experience that will fill you with joy and laughter and keep you coming back for more. For more information on Show Ya Teeth Tuesday, or to find out more about the Black Actors Guild, visit www.blackactorsguild.com.
2 weeks ago, another tragedy occurred at a high school 30 miles south of Seattle, Washington. Friday, October 24th, the Marysville-Pilchuck High School lost 6 students in a heartbreaking school shooting. The assailant, identified as freshman Jalen Freiberg, brought his father's handgun to school and during the lunch period opened fire to 5 of his friends, injuring and hospitalizing 4 of them and killing the 5th. As of Sunday, the death toll increased to 3 when Gia Serrano succumbed to her injuries. It's been reported that Freiberg's motive may have involved a falling out in a romantic relation between one of the girls he shot upon killing his best friends. Jalen then turned the gun on himself. The surviving victims remain in serious condition at Harborview Medical Center.
13 years after the tragedy on September 11th, the new One World Trade Center is now open to the public. It's considered to mark the rebirth of Lower Manhattan, standing at 1,776 feet. It is the tallest building in the country and the Western Hemisphere. It has 104 floors, with 3 of them dedicated to an observatory and the rest occupied by Condé Nast Magazine's empire, which includes Vogue, GQ, and Vanity Fair. The building oversees the island of Manhattan, part of New Jersey, and even some of Pennsylvania. The total price tag on the building is estimated to be $3.9 billion.
It's so nice to see something positive come from that tragic event, so I'm very excited for them.
Absolutely. I remember seeing Ground Zero a couple years after 9/11 happened, and it was obviously nothing there, but it's good to see a memorial go up in its place. It's good to see.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, now joining us for politics is Douglas Coulter.
The election season is over, and the results took many by surprise. Starting off with the race for Congress in District 6 between the incumbent Republican Mike Kaufman, who was challenged by Democrat Andrew Romanoff. Conservatives raised concerns that a Republican victory would be difficult in an area recently redistricted. Those concerns were quickly diminished, however, after Mike Kaufman pulled off a win with 53% of the vote, while Andrew Romanoff received 40% of the vote. The night kept getting better for Republicans with the Senate race between Republican Cory Gardner and incumbent Democrat Mark Udall. The race, which was watched nationally, was close from the start. Mark Udall, who ran his campaign mostly on women's issues, was defeated by Congressman Cory Gardner early in the night, with Gardner receiving 52% of the vote compared to 43% of the vote going towards Udall. In his concession speech, Udall thanked his supporters, even adding a little humor. The Gardner victory helped Republicans to gain the majority in the U.S. Senate. On to the governor's race now between incumbent Democrat Governor John Hickenlooper and Republican challenger Bob Beaupre, who sought to become the first sitting Republican governor in the state since 2007. This was also a close race from the start and lasted into the day on Wednesday when the race was called in Governor Hickenlooper's favor, who took the race 49% of the votes to 46% going towards Beaupre. On to the statewide ballot issues now, which were not close at all, where all but one were passed. Amendment 67, or the Personhood Amendment, was defeated for the third year now, with 36% of the vote in favor and 64% against the amendment. Amendment 68, the amendment to allow gambling at racetracks in 3 Colorado counties, was struck down 29% to 71%. Proposition 104 was the only statewide ballot issue to be passed, which requires local school boards and their representatives to discuss collective bargaining agreements in open forums. Finally, Proposition 105, the Food Label Amendment, was struck down 66% to 34% of the vote. Well, we've all seen the political ads throughout the election season, but just how many have there been? And what is the impact of these in the state? A report from Wesley Media came out and found that in a 2-week time period from September 26th to October 9th, there was a total of 13,161 ads aired on Denver TV, bringing in an estimated $14.7 million to the state. That's all for politics. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Douglas. Well, Mari, I think the one thing, obviously the political election aside, everything was obviously really close. But I think the one thing that everyone is looking forward to is the stopping of the political ads.
Yes. Seems like one after another when you're watching TV, and then they creep up in the radio, and so it's nice to know that we'll kind of be getting a break here for at least a little bit.
2-year break, and then right back into the political elections with the presidential elections.
Exactly,
So,
exactly.
Well, now we will take a look at what's going on in the weather world with Sarah Pease. Sarah.
Marvelous weekend we have coming up for us. Plenty of sunshine across the state, which is great for all of you who are not quite ready for that first fall snow. Taking a look at Saturday's highs, we've got Denver over here at 67 degrees. That's going to be the highest. We got Gunnison over here at 57 degrees and Lamar at 64. Taking a look at Sunday, we've got pretty similar temperatures, very warm and dry for the fall. Denver at 71. Gunnison over here at 60 and Lamar at a beautiful 74. So we will be seeing some clouds moving in as the day progresses, and that's going to be bringing us some much needed moisture for Monday. Taking a look at our national maps, we've got 2 large high pressure systems over here in the west, which is keeping us very warm and dry for this weekend. Over to the east, they're not quite as fortunate. We've got a nice, huge, cold front ranging from northern Michigan all the way down to Texas. That's bringing us some cool temperatures for our friends over here, as well as some snow to the north. Taking a look at Sunday, we've got the introduction of a low pressure system over here in Montana that's going to be making its way down and bringing with it that moisture I mentioned for Monday. We can thank this high pressure system right here for keeping us warm and dry for the rest of this weekend. But eventually that will start to move out, making way for some pretty frigid temperatures. Our 5-day forecast, Looking really chilly on Monday with those AM showers kicking off the week. Tuesday and Wednesday, we're actually dropping down to the 30s, freezing. Thursday, we've got 40, and on Friday, we have some AM snow in the works at 36 degrees. So what do you guys think of that snow coming on Friday?
I think this next coming week we are going to have to bundle up being on campus. It's going to be chilly.
Yep, the last couple days, 60 degrees, 70 degrees, and then the plummet will begin. But it's November. What are you going to do?
Yeah,
So enjoy the warm weekend while we can.
Well, coming out after the break, we'll find out which artist went platinum. We'll be right back.